Hello, goodbye, and hello again. Welcome back to Drifter Carbon and another Minecraft texture pack review. Today we're taking a look at Mega Mashup by Odyssey Builds. And we are going to be focusing primarily on the texture pack. I will also show off the avatars, just because those are technically a texture. Oh, well, let me read the description first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry about that. The description says, everything you need in one huge world: vehicles, a city, pets, 120 plus furniture options, mansions, OP weapons, powerful tools, and new armor, craftable, animals, dragons, and dinosaurs, some are rideable, lucky blocks, temples, and custom TNT, 8 plus new zombies, villages, and underground bases, yachts, castles, and palaces, a full resource pack, 26 skins, 2 free skins. So the full resource pack is the only part of that entire description that actually relates to this video. But it is, you know, it's 100 and I'm sorry, the recording symbol is always covering up. I think that says 160 Minecraft coins. Anyway, so it's less than $1, and it's a mashup pack, so it's got various things in it. So, you know, that sounds like a good deal, but we're gonna see whether the texture pack in it is worth having or not. Here are what the avatars that come with it look like. They're kind of going for that teen style. So if you're into that, then these look fine. I'm not really into this kind of big-eyed, no-mouthed avatar style, but these are good for that style. And you've got ones where they're like in different suits and stuff too, so there's some variety, and variety is kind of the name of the game with this pack. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the texture world. All right, here we are in the texture pack review world, and right off the bat, I'm seeing that we're dealing with a very low detail pack here. I mean, it's less than $1, so perhaps you get what you pay for. So the leaves at least look leaf-like, but most other things are very blocky. Here are things that grow. If you haven't seen one of these videos before, I show off all the textures in a pack and then give my final thoughts. It's looking like, yeah, okay. I'm still trying to pin down when this pack was last updated. I guess we will see when we look at the mobs, if nothing else. Here's your pumpkins, very minimalist pumpkins, but at least they have faces on them. Yeah, it's looking like the pitcher plant is too new for this pack. Here's your flowers, drip leaf. A lot of these textures are just, you know, squares with a couple of squares or lines in them. Some of these things are obviously too new because, like, this just came out. The latest update stuff isn't going to be featured in a texture pack probably for at least another week or two. Here's what your mushrooms look like, your giant mushrooms. All right, here are the logs. You can see what the different wood types look like, and the planks. They're just, other than this bamboo, at least the bamboo is, it's been updated since bamboo was added. So that's nice, at least. But all of the planks are the same texture. They're just a different color, which is fine. We're used to that with planks. Here's dirt, sand, gravel, and moss. Here are the sandstone and the sand and suspicious sand and gravel. Here's stone and stuff. At least there's a few different patterns here for the different types of things. It's not all just different colors. There are different arrangements of squares, but this pack is this style is definitely not for me. polished stone, kind of very similar to the regular stone, just with kind of a lighter border to indicate that it's polished. Cobblestones. Here's the bricks. Stone, brick, block, etc. I suppose I might look at the world that comes with this, since that's where the bulk of what you're paying for is, but I might do a video about that at some point. Here's what glass looks like. Oh, the stone, brick, blocks, etc. You know, there's some different designs here. You know, I'm really struggling to come up with things to say about this pack. Here's glass. It looks like the clear glass and the white glass are basically the same, but at least you can see through it. The wool, concrete powder, regular concrete. Here's terracotta, glazed terracotta. Okay, this is the most complex blocks that we've seen so far, the most detailed. Some nice patterning there. Give credit where credit's due. The glazed terracotta works. Here's your ores. So this is what the ores look like. And I would say that's fairly easy to tell the difference between that and the regular stone. Nether ore, deep slate ore, same story. Here's amethyst. And the random lonely magma block. Also, this is what the sky looks like. I don't always remember to point that out. Clouds and the sun. Here's your sponges. They are a slightly different color depending on whether it's wet or dry, which is good. Light sources are just about as basic as could be, at least with the torches. The lanterns are a little more detailed. Copper bulbs are apparently too new. Campfires, miscellaneous light sources. So I guess if you like this minimalist design, then I don't know. I feel like already I can tell that I would have a really hard time telling what's what in an actual survival world. Here's signs. The signs are fine. That works. It's easy to read, which is the most important thing. Same with the hanging signs. Here's a monster spawner. Here are the fences and gates. All of the pale wood is too new, of course, as I said before. Dried kelp block, diamond, lapis, gold, emerald, and redstone blocks. An iron block. Raw copper, gold, and iron. It's all just squares. The lodestone at least has a design to it. Prismarine, slime block, honey, hay bale, bone block. Here's the quartz. At least you've got some more decorative quartz here, but you know, still very simple. Copper, the ladder. Here's the doors. The copper doors are too new, as was the other more recent, you know, Tricky Trials updates, you know, copper blocks and whatnot. So these are the doors. They're fine, I guess. They are the same style as the rest of this, but at least there's a little more detail on some of these doors, and they do have some with windows, if you're into that, and I am. So trapdoors, very similar story. I mean, yeah, you could make benches out of some of these. Here's bookcases, etc. The enchanting table. Let's look at the beds. They're all the same, just different colors, and they're very simplistic. Crafting tables and villager job tables. Crafter is obviously too new. Here's furnaces, anvils and grindstones. Yeah, I did not really have terribly high hopes for this pack from the onset, but I thought I should go ahead and review it just because I know a lot of people out there are going to be tempted to get this pack, and maybe they're getting it because they want a cheap texture pack, but you can see what you're dealing with in that on that front. The anvil, you can tell it's how damaged it is by how many lines there are. Cauldrons, this is the lava and that's the potion. The chests, these are okay. These are good chests. That's probably the best block in the pack so far. The barrel, the jukebox and note block. Empty armor stand, beacon, bell, iron bars. Let's look at paintings. The top paintings, top 2 rows of paintings are 2 new, so we'll just focus on these. They're very pixelated and blurry. Maybe if I stand farther back, I guess that's a little more easy on the eyes, but yeah, I guess these are fine. I prefer a little higher resolution on my paintings, personally. Item frames, rails. Here's what the minecarts look like. That's what the TNT looks like. I don't have that set out anywhere else. Cheapen a minecart. Redstone stuff. Here's the piston and sticky piston. Pottery. Looks like pottery may be too new in general. No? Maybe not. I take it back. Okay. See, these 3 are too new, but it looks like these were custom because they're a different color. Here's scaffolding, but they didn't really change that much, I don't think. Scaffolding. The banners. Here's boats. We're just breezing along through most of this. Here is what the tuff looks like, only one of which is custom. Trial spawner and vault are 2 new. Resin is 2 new. Here's what the target looks like. Okay, let's jump back. Alright, let's look at some armors. Here's the leather armor, chain, iron, gold. It's looking like the leather armor has a slightly different texture than or does it? Slightly different texture than the rest of the armors, which are just different colored copies of each other, other than the chainmail, obviously. There's the netherite, which looks different. At least the netherite looks different. Here's what the elytra looks like. There's the shield. That's a decent enough shield for a low pixel art style. The bow. Alright, armor trims. As always, these are amethyst armor trims on iron armor. And, yeah, it's looking like this is all to be expected. This is just default stuff on their texture for the armor. Alrighty, items. Starting with the weapons and tools. I suppose if you're going for minimalist, these are not terrible. Yeah, usable, I would say. Let's set off a firework while I'm thinking about it. That's what the fireworks look like. The compass, at least the compasses seem to be working, and the clock. The last pack we looked at, or no, let me not get things out of order. 2 packs ago, see, I'm doing this video out of order. Sorry. 2 packs ago, we had a pack that the compasses didn't work. Here are there's the elytra. Here's horse armor, the various potions. I don't have one of every potion, but you know, seeds, food. These are fine. I feel like you can tell what most of these items are so far, which is important. So it's doing the job of being readable at least. Music discs, things in buckets. Here's minerals, various other items, and here's stuff that's too new. Okay, let's head on towards the mobs. Come on, a little faster. There we go. Here's what a bench would look like. Here's a water cooler. Look at mobs. The chicken. Very basic chicken. Hold on a second. Look this way, chicken. Okay, that's just the leash poking out of his chest, I guess. Okay. I thought there was a stray pixel there, but there's not. The bee. The cow. They went for a black and white cow. The pig. Do not like that pig design. The sheep. A lot of these are very basic. Here's the wolf and the wolf and wolf armor. Here's the polar bear. Just basically white and black, white with black spots for eyes and so forth. The ocelot. Look over this way, ocelot. There we go. Here's your basic cats. Here's a mushroom. That at least is decent enough. They put more effort on the cows than they did on most of these mobs. The bat. Not a huge fan of how cloudy the clear glass is in this pack. That looks like the default bat, so this might not have been updated since the bat was updated. Here's your parrots. They're fine, I guess. And the rabbits. The llamas also have kind of a, the same kind of squares within rectangles design that a lot of these other things do. Horses. At least we have some different horses, so there's some variety. Horses and horse armor. Here's the donkey and the mule. The mule has no ears, so it looks different from the donkey. Skeleton horse looks pretty, that might be the default skeleton horse, I'm not sure. Zombie horse. It's zombified, but, pixelated. Tropical fish. I'm going to have to jump in the water with each of these aquatic mobs. There you go. That's what they look like. Hopefully this video is satisfying some of your curiosity about this pack. Cod. Jump on in with it, get a better look. Very basic. The puffer fish. I'm not going to punch the puffer fish today. That's what they look like when they're not puffed up. The salmon. Yes, I pronounce it wrong on purpose. The dolphin may have despawned, and a fish is dead as well. How did that happen? I don't know. Okay, so need to spawn in a new dolphin. There you go. That's what the dolphin looks like. The sea turtle. Here is the panda. I guess as basic panda designs go, that one's fine. It has kind of a, I don't know. I think that the square pattern on the panda looks kind of cute. The fox is very, very basic. Get into some of the more hostile mobs. Here's the creeper. There you go. He looks like he's got shoulder pads on, sort of. The Endermen, we're just going to fly out here and look at some of the Endermen that have escaped already. Stay put for a second, Endermen. There you go. That's what they look like. That's fine. The skeleton. Acceptable skeleton for the minimalist style. Wither skeleton, very similar to the regular skeleton. A stray. Here is the slime. It's got a face on him. Spider and cave spider. Turn over this way, spider. There you go. You can kind of see their faces now. The zombie. Some of the mobs are decent enough, I suppose. The husk looks like just a color swap for the zombie. Very similar to the drowned. I guess the drowned has some details that are different about him. Okay. Squid and glow squid. Here you go. That's what they look like. Does the squid have a face on it? Hold on, it keeps rotating around at just the worst time. Yes, it does have eyes. Here is the witch. We have a witch. Come on, quit turning it away from me. Face me, witch. There we go, that's what the witch looks like. The guardian and elder guardian. Here is the endermite. Oh, that's the enderman. Sorry, you're not supposed to be here. Go away, enderman. That's the endermite. Yet another enderman escapes into the wastes. Whoa, what are you doing there? Are you turning hostile? Should I attack you? Am I gonna have to kill you, buddy? Are you trying to kill the endermite? Go away. Don't attack things. He's gone all aggro on us. I don't think I trust this guy. Hold on, let me get a sword going so I can deal with this. Where'd you go? Where did you go? Stay put. Yeah. Oh well. I guess we'll just pretend that didn't happen. The warden spawn egg back in my inventory so that I can spawn one in if it despawns. Here's the magma cube. It's did they update the magma cube recently? The geometry of the default magma cube? Because this is the second pack in a row we've had a broken magma cube. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. The strider. Fine, I guess. The Zoglin, the zombified Hoglin. Go away, Enderman. Zombie Piglin and Zombie Piglin Brute. They look the same. I basically didn't need to spawn in each of them. I could have just had one or the other. Here's what the goats look like. Let's jump in with the axolotls. They're okay, I guess. Here is the allay. Very basic, almost default allay. The frog. That's what the frog looks like. Let's look at the wandering trader, shall we? Face over this way, wandering trader. There you go. That's what he looks. That's what they look like. The camel. Here's the blaze. It just has kind of a, I would say, almost a. No, it's not. It's not like a creeper's face. It just has eyes. Okay. There's the ghast. That's what the ghast looks like. Shulker. Vindicator and Evoker seem to be, the Vindicator seems to be blushing. The Evoker not so much. But at least they're slightly different from each other. The villagers, let's get down in here. Is there more than one villager face? I would say no, there's just accessories. Okay. There you go. Zombie villagers, same story, just different color. Phantom. Here's the pillagers. And the Ravager. I'm just kind of breezing through a lot of these textures because there's not a whole lot to say about them beyond what you can see with your own eyes. The Iron Golem and Damaged Iron Golem, you can definitely tell which one's damaged. That's, I guess, a good thing. Always a nice thing to tell how damaged your Iron Golem is. Here is the Snow Golem and Snow Golem with its pumpkin carved off. The Sniffer is too new, as is the Armadillo. The Warden despawned again. Why does the Warden keep disappearing? I'm having to spawn one in every other video now. There's the Warden. Yeah, the Breeze is too new. Here is the Wither. Quit spinning for a second so we can get a better look at you. There you go, that's what the Wither looks like. And the Creaking is too new, of course. Okay, let's go to the Nether. Alright, here we are in the Nether. This is what the Nether portal looks like. That's probably one of the better designed things we've seen in this pack, I would say. There was a Ghast around here somewhere, but he's flown off now. Here's what the Hoglin looks like. Go over this way. It's got golden eyes. So there's some textures in the Nether that aren't just like this texture, but slightly different. You know. There's the Ghast. We gotta look at him before, but there's a better look at him without the stuff in the way. The Respawn Anchor. Here's a couple of Piglins. Just, they're pretty basic Piglins. Look similar to the default Piglins, I would say. Let's fly out over here and look at the forest real quick, and then we'll go check out the Stronghold Below template world so that we can check out the end, and then I'll give my final thoughts. But you've already pretty much heard my final thoughts on this pack. There we go. This is what the trees look like. I would say that the forest, the tree trunks in the forest look quite different from the rest of the textures in this pack. That kind of stands out as being breaking from the theme a bit, I would say. Okay, let's go on to the template world. Here we are in the Stronghold Below template world. As always, this is you can create a template, a world from a template by starting a new world, and then next to where you would enter a custom seed, there's a button that lets you choose from some templates that Minecraft has picked out for everybody. And this is the Stronghold Below one. You just basically have to dig a hole right here and get down to where the stronghold is in the village that you start in. And let's look at some villager houses. It's kind of boring seeing these textures on a house, I would say. And given that most of Minecraft's fun is building things, that's very frustrating. Let's go to a different biome real quick, just to show off what a mountainy, grasslandy biome would look like. This is kind of what you'd be seeing most of the time in Minecraft, unless you choose to hang out in snowy biomes all the time. Go over here to this village. That cow just fell from the sky. Look at some other houses. So that's kind of what you're dealing with this pack. Let's go check out the stronghold. Yeah, honestly, like there's some packs out there, some texture packs that are only like a few bucks that I would say you'd be getting more out of. Maybe the other features of this texture pack make it worth the dollar to you. I mean, it's only $1, right? But if all you care about is the texture pack, I would not terribly recommend this one. I basically probably should saying things like that until the very end of the video, but yeah, I don't have high hopes that the end is going to completely change my opinion of this pack. Let's see what the particles look like. They're pretty default. Fire the crossbow, reload the crossbow. Let's stick an Eye of Ender in the portal. There we go. Here's what the end looks like. There's a better look at the Endermen when they're not teleporting away from us at all times. The end crystal. There you go. And the Ender Dragon. Okay. Yeah, so pretty basic Ender Dragon. I guess it has a little more complicated of a texture on its body than a lot of the mobs had. So it's got that going for it. So what are my final thoughts on this pack? This pack is not for me. I'm kind of glad that I got this in the Marketplace Pass instead of actually paying money for it. But yeah, I mean, it's a mashup pack, so you are getting more than just a texture pack, and the avatars were fine if you like the teen style. So yeah, I mean, like, but purely judging it based on the merit of its textures, I'd say this is a 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in it. It's kind of hard to be disappointed in something that you had a low bar for to begin with, but I do feel like that they could have done a better job with the textures, especially the blocks. Like, the mobs are passable and so forth, but really, like, just the world looks kind of... I do not like the way that the world looks when it's got all of these, like, thick borders on all the blocks, and most of the blocks are just squares within a bigger square. So I'm gonna have to give that a 2. All right, well, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this helped you out. Maybe it convinced you not to buy it, or maybe you liked what you saw and decided to buy it anyway. So, you know, either way, I feel like I've done my job. If you like this, please leave a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I do these videos regularly. I try to do about 1 a week. Yeah, and happy holidays, by the way. I will try to have 1 more video out this month. If I don't, then I will definitely have 1 next month. Several next month, I should say. Thanks for joining me. Peace.
Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Drifter Carbon was filmed in front of an outdoor studio audience. Beware the radioactive mongoose of time.